And now a word from this video's sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen and various variations, I give you...
Hey up, people. Mooch TV is up for an award. Yeah, he's up for an award. He's up for the online web award at the local business awards up in the northwest, Blackpool way. So, yeah, get voting. Give him a vote. I'm sure he'll pop a link or something accompanying this video. Vote. Vote Mooch.
I am Ray Ruttle, and I approve this message.
Get on with it!
Yes, get on with it!
Where you going, love?
What are you doing, you morons? Oh, no. Right, well, we're going to have to rely on a breeches boy and... Oh, for f***'s sake. But perhaps...
Present Irwin Allen's production of The Towering Inferno. Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, William Holden, Faye Dunaway, Fred Astaire, Susan Blakely, Richard Chamberlain, Jennifer Jones, O.J. Simpson.
Two films I was obsessed with when I was a kid, both the film and the poster. One was Jaws, and probably one of my favourite films of all time. The other was The Towering Inferno, but I didn't get to see it when it first came out. I wasn't old enough. Well, according to my parents anyway. But back in the day, they used to re-release films, because obviously I don't think videos were out. Definitely not over here in the 70s. So they kept re-releasing it. Can I see it? Can I see it? No! You're not old enough. So eventually, I think it was the final time they released it. I think it was about 9, 10 or something. Please, can I see it? Effing film! Yeah, go on then. Hang on. So my parents wouldn't let me watch Towering Inferno about a building on fire till I was about 10, but it was perfectly alright to take me to see Jaws when I was 5. But you know what? For a film that's shy of 3 hours, I thought it was actually fantastic. I thought it was epic. I thought it was one of the best things I'd seen after Star Wars. Even though, watching it now, I watched it not long ago, it is kind of a soap opera of all the stars of the day fighting over lines and set pieces, and it is very cheesy. And some of the special effects don't hold up as well as today, but for its time, though, it was brilliant. In these films, like Game of Thrones, don't get attached to somebody. Like this lovely lady, I really liked her in this film. I actually thought, I hope she survives, but... Oh, nearly. They might go on this one particular character. I went, why did you get rid of her for? That's tight! Irving Allen's a dick. It's just horrible. He's just getting away in a lift. Think, oh, she's safe. Then the lift comes off its rudders. She falls through the glass and... Ah! Fucking hell. And yet, it's sad that we lost Richard Chamberlain the other week. God bless him. Great actor. Done some great films. But this film, he's an absolute swine. He's awful. And I mean, the acting-wise, he's good at the acting. It's just his character. You just want to punch him. Oh, and it's his fault. The building's on fire. Spoilers. So if you've not seen it, do see this film. It is of its time. Yeah, it might be 70s. It might be some weird deco and some really soap opera type acting from stars of yesteryear, but it's got to be mooched. Highly recommended. However, what does Ray think of it? I'm really looking forward to this. And more importantly, if you've not actually watched this episode yet of The Towering Inferno, his review, then stop this video now, go over to Ray's video, I'll put the link up there, watch The Towering Inferno review, then come back to this Mooch and hopefully have a giggle with me. Okay, so without further ado, let's have a mooch. No.
Hi up, Ravers. Today's review has been selected by our undefeated Brainiac champion, Julie, over on my Patreon.
Good old Julie.
100% record, Julie. This is a marvel.
Julie's a fan of Mooch TV.
She requested The Towering Inferno.
Good choice.
And he wrote, The Towering Inferno kicks off with a chopper shot. Yes, a helicopter flying over the ocean. Now, right off the bat,
Yes, to get a bit of innuendo in,
you
doesn't
can
he?
see here, the stars are Steve McQueen, Paul Newman. Notice,
Paul Newman.
Now Steve McQueen's name is lower than Paul Newman's, but it's further to the left. Obviously, in the Western world, we read from left to right, but Newman and McQueen were having the proverbial Todger measuring contest, and they both wanted top billing.
That's the chopper shot.
Both top billing, can you? Somebody's name has got to
You.
come first. Well, this is the way they got round it. McQueen's name were first, but it were lower. Paul Newman's name were over on the right, but it were a bit higher up. They had that on the poster and all. Apparently William Oden wanted top billing and all, but they said, nah, mate, you ain't the big
He can
star,
stuff
these
off.
two.
They did that
They
with
wrote
Jaws
the
as well,
titles
if you look at the Jaws poster.
Of The Towering Inferno. Erwin Allen, he did Poseidon Adventure
like
and
that
all,
font.
didn't he, Erwin Allen? So he was
Towering
synonymous
Inferno.
with the 70s disaster. In San Francisco, iconic landmark Golden Gate Bridge, isn't it? It popped up in loads of movies. Takes some hammer and all,
right.
especially in disaster movies. It gets destroyed a lot through the building materials, isn't it? Hey, here's some pub quiz. Chopper flies across.
Where's the view to a kill?
We can see that Paul Newman.
Roger Moore,
flying
fan.
towards a matte painting of a ginormous tower that he subsequently lands on top of. And Newman looks very relieved to have got there in one piece. Ain't a big vote of confidence for the pilot, that, is it? Basically. Now, first thing that struck me,
Lift
how
design.
bloody awful the decor is. It couldn't be more 1970s if it tried this. I mean, look at that lift. It looks absolutely horrible. And then when they get into these offices, what have you got there? Orange furniture with mustard carpet and beige walls. It looks bloody horrible.
What many
Robert's
pictures of it
architect's
filmed?
office is based in the skyscraper. But as soon as he arrives, loads of folk are pestering him about stuff. Seems like there's loads of teething troubles with the tower. But Roberts has got more pressing matter. He's got to have it off with Faye Dunaway in the room next door. And while he's having it off, fire breaks out in the main utility room with James Duncan. Not least because there's supposed to be some red carpet opening ceremony that day. With
If
loads
you've seen
of
Airplane
important
2, they
bigwigs
take the
rocking
mick out of this scene.
confronts the electrical subcontractor, Roger Simmons.
Yep.
Played by Richard
Played
Chamberlain. R.I.P. Richard Chamberlain. Dr. Kildare,
Oh,
of
bless.
course, weren't he? Dr. Kildare.
Yeah.
But he was in loads of stuff over the years, Richard Chamberlain, including
Dr.
the
Kill
sodding
people in the building.
Thornbirds. I was not a fan of the Thornbirds, but
Sodding
Denise loved it.
Thornbirds.
Hey, he's a slimy
That
turd,
actress
isn't he?
there is called Rachel Ward. Weird. Weird.
Even his wife knows he's a turd.
Look at that face, you arsehole.
Well, of course he has, of course he has. And sure enough, another fire
Brunk.
breaks out in the storeroom. Looks like there's loads of
Oh, look
hazardous
at that.
chemicals in there and all, so that don't go well,
Oh,
does it?
asshole.
Now, outside the
Health and
tower,
safety
the
at work.
excitement- Now, I'm not overly familiar with this actor, I must say, but I'm very impressed with this, because he's got these big stunt scissors to cut the ribbon to open the building. And they don't work.
Yeah, he-
But notice, he don't break character. He just cracks on with the
No,
scene
he's
without
good in
missing
this
a beat.
bit. There we go.
Yeah, a lesser actor would have gone,
Brilliant.
yo, the scissors are but not this bloke. No, I know, what's he cut through the ribbon?
Yeah, if I-
All
that
the
would have been me
building's
if that
lights
was the
come on.
case.
Every single bloody floor.
Every bloody floor.
I mean, I used to get livid if Dino Maxine left the bathroom light on. That's going to cost a bloody fortune, ain't it? I love this worm's eye view of the building that they've got. You never see it next to any other buildings, do you? So it doesn't give you any sense of scale. I mean, presumably
No.
they're just trying to conceal the fact that it's a 2-foot tall mogul building that's just sat on a table in the studio. But,
He's actually he's correct in the size. It was actually 2 foot. It was a mogul on a table.
As well as Duncan and the senator and the
Oh,
mayor,
another 70s
Roger
singer.
Simmons, the dodgy electrical subcontractors there and all, because it turns
bastard.
out he's Duncan's. Also there is Fred Astaire, who is a con man, pretending he's got loads more money than what he's got. He's also pretending
With his
he's got
syrup
loads
on.
more hair than what he's got. I mean, he's got a load of hair on there than he had 40 years previously. And that would have been then. Somebody not at the party is Duncan's PR man, Dan Bigelow, played by Robert
Oh,
Wagner.
damn. Big mistake.
The
Hey, up, what's
second
going
fire,
on?
security team I could boil
No!
up in dealing
Brunk.
with.
Here come the
We're over
Ghostbusters.
40 minutes into the film by the time we see Steve McQueen. As part of the Todger measuring contest with him and Paul Newman, he insisted on getting exactly the same amount of lines. But because we ain't seen him for the first 40 minutes of film, it means he gets loads more screen time than Newman does over the course of the next couple of hours. Most of them involve the characters acting like complete arseholes.
All right. There's no way.
Not in this building.
Yeah, you ain't the professional, mate. Listen to the fire chief. But he ain't the only moron. Loads of them behave like complete morons.
Oh, God, yeah. He tells them, don't go in the lift. We've got a fire. Do not go in the lift.
Where the fire is. So please, we'll use the scenic elevator.
Yeah, we'll use that one over there. That's safer. Not that one. No, you're going, dickheads!
Ignoring the advice completely. Well, fingers crossed it might work out alright for... Oh, no. Let's take the stairs.
You should be laughing at what I'm saying.
By the fire department that there's no possibility of using this stairway.
Okie do. Seems like the stairs are a non-starter as well.
Okie do. Oh,
They've literally
Richard.
just told you, mate. What are you doing? Leaving your wife and all. Oh, what a turd. Well, you never know. Maybe the stairs
Turd.
will work out for it. Oh, no.
No.
So the stairs
No.
ain't an option. How about a helicopter from the roof?
Yeah, get in an helicopter.
Should be absolutely fine here, shouldn't we? No,
Where you going, love?
What are you doing, you morons? Oh, maybe it won't be a problem. Oh, no. Bloody hell. Right, well, we're going to have to rely on a breeches boy ferrying folk one at a time from the town of INFERNO to the roof of an adjacent skyscraper. I mean, it looks pretty bloody
That won't work
rickety,
out.
and it's obviously going to take a while, but it does work, this. You've just got to make sure they go one at a time, and they just form an orderly queue, and... Oh, for f***'s sake. But perhaps the most moronic behaviour is Dan Bigamy, who, after he's finished having a chat with his secretary, realises that the building's on fire. So what does he do? He tries to ring for help. Except he got his other secretary to cut the phones because he didn't want disturbing while they were having it up. So what PPI
Silly
can he use
bugger.
to protect him from the flames?
A wet
A
towel.
wet towel draped over his head so he looks like Mother
Yep.
Teresa. He'll make a run for it, is he? Well, you never know. If he's quick and agile, he might make it. Oh, no. That's surprising, because he did have a damp towel on his head. As time goes on, the folk at the party are starting to realise that their numbers may be up. Including Fred Astaire's camera, who confesses all to the woman who was trying to
No.
Like you can see the wig there at the back. It's like the old airpiece, isn't it? It ain't just
you
like
can
a
see the
crown topper
ticket.
on the top. It's the whole thing. Look at that. Yeah, this lady obviously don't get out very much because it doesn't bother her at all. That Fred Astaire's a
I
con
liked
man,
her.
and we're trying to rip her off.
Even though I got a bit bored as a kid watching these two talk, I always thought she was dead
Oh,
sweet.
that's nice, isn't it? I'm sure they're both going to come out of this alive and live happily ever after. Oh, no. She falls out at scenic elevator. Takes a nasty bump off the car there and all. But it's a good bit, this. Very exciting and tense. As Steve McQueen choppers in to attach a hook to the scenic elevator. Job to do, ain't it? Just a firm handshake will do. No hugging or out like that. We ain't got time for that nonsense, no. Because McQueen is told that the fire is out of control, and the only thing they can do to stop it is to blow up the water tanks at the top of the building.
Yep. Which is spoiled in the advert, the trailer for it.
Get some more ropey special effects here. Because when you make scale models of things, the one thing you can't scale is the water. So the droplets look ginormous compared to the water tanks and buildings. Looks like they've been filming it in the director's bath. And you know, they're so dangerous blowing up these water tanks that more folk bite the dust. And we don't know who's going to live and who's going to die. But of course, McQueen and Newman, they're the stars, they're top billing. They make sure that they make it to the end, don't they? And Fred Astaire makes it to the end and all. But it's sad this, he's looking for his lady friend and doesn't know she ain't made it.
No, that's a booby prize.
Not sure he wants to look
pussy.
after her cat though. He's only just met her. Now he's lumber with cats. They ain't cheap, cats. He's a con man with no money. He won't be able to afford to look after a cat. Probably
got
put it on
OJ as
eBay.
well.
do on to Ray's ratings. Well,
Come on, then.
I'll be honest, I can take or leave disaster films normally. Stars.
Oh.
But I've got to be honest, with the Tower of Inferno, if it's on telly, I normally always end up watching it.
Yep.
So,
Yes!
The Tower of Inferno, a 4-star, 2.5-star film.
Good,
Now, I appreciate
good.
I've been a little bit critical of the special effects.
Yeah,
So
you
I
are.
feel it's only right that I should acknowledge this fantastic special effect that they achieved at the crescendo of the movie. As the water tanks explode and the water is gushing through to extinguish the flames. And the water pressure is so unbelievably high, it's forcing everybody loose of their knots, what they tie themselves down with. But this special effect coming up is truly remarkable, because the massive water pressure is not enough to dislodge Fred Astaire's wig. Amazing visual effects. How did they achieve that? Somebody should have got a bloody Oscar for that. That must have been super glued on. I will see you next time. Okie doo.
Beep, beep. Oh, hang on. I don't know if you remember, not too long ago, I was doing a few reactions to the Goodies series, because that had me laughing. I haven't really carried on with them because the BBC like to block the videos, so they were a pain in the arse to edit, so in the end I gave up. Which is a shame, because it did make me laugh, as did this. Ray always makes me chuckle, and why he hasn't got 1 million subscribers is beyond me. It's absolute gold. Whether it is his accent travels across the seas, I don't know. I just think he should be raking it in. So it's always a pleasure to do reactions, because like that, it does make me laugh. And obviously with a film I'm very fond of, I couldn't resist it. Ray did, bless him, did me an Halloween video last year for the scary movie moment season for Halloween. So I'm always indebted. And he even promoted me the awards thing, which is this week. But it'll come up anyway in the link. All you have to do is put your name, address, and vote for Mooch TV. What? Oh, funny. Like I said, do subscribe to Ray. Do consider being a patron. Like I said, I said you'll be chuckling. But thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll do another reaction soon. I'm hoping to get Rachel, not the actress Rachel Ward, but the Rachel Ward I know, to I'll come round and have a chuckle at a few things. She wants to watch Meet the Feebles. Where I wanted to watch. What do I want to watch? It's something I recommended the other day. Well, there's a few things lined up. I'm even trying to get a friend to watch Police Squad. He's never seen them before. He's watched Naked Gun, but he's never seen Police Squad. That is a crime in my book. So I'm going to try and get him to watch 1 or 2 episodes. That way, with Rachel, with Alan Partridge. That way, Alan Partridge. Anyway. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for mooching. Hopefully I'll do more of these soon. Please vote for me for this coming Sunday. That'd be great. Other than that, thanks for watching. Keep mooching the internet and be good to each other. Take care.
No, and oh, for f***'s sake.